Hey guys, it's Carrie. I'm super excited to be here today because I have a really fun video for you. It's the Hocus Pocus writing tag done by Kim Chance and Destiny Murdoch, and I will link the Kim's video in the description as well as right here, and I will link Destiny's channel below as well. You guys can check them out. I've been subscribed to Kim for a couple of years now, and she's adorable and I love her videos. And so I was so excited that she did this Hocus Pocus challenge tag thing because I love Hocus Pocus. It is my favorite Halloween movie ever. I think a very close second would be Addams Family, because that is the favorite movie that I love to watch with my husband, and that's kind of how I came up with this look today. I've got a kind of a Morticia look going on more than like the Sanderson sisters, but I was super excited. So in honor of the 25th anniversary of the movie and Halloween being next week, let's get on with the tag. So question 1. Sarah, Mary, and Winifred Sanderson. Being a witch is hard, but so is writing. If you had magical witchy powers, what aspect of the writing process or writing itself would you magically skip over? It would be the actual coming up with an idea phase. If I could just magically jot down a perfectly laid out outline for every book I ever wanted to write, I'd be golden. And I could just write and revise and go through the process, and just, I'd have like 10 books out already. But that is always the hardest part for me, is coming up with an actual idea, especially with the series, because I need everything to kind of like flow and link together, and it's hard. it's hard. So yeah, that's what I wish I could just magically come up with ideas. Question 2, Max and Dani. What relationships tend to be at the core of your books? Friendship, family, or romance? Well, for the two that I have completed, mostly, for the most part, book 1, Witches of Coolersville, is definitely a more focus on family, particularly ancestry, because a lot of things have been kept from Tara about her heritage, and book 1 is all about her discovering that. And then in book 2, there's a lot of focus on friendship. And a little romance thrown in, but a lot of friendship stuff. Question 3. Amuck, 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 amuck. How do you approach the chaos that is drafting? Plotter, pantser, or a combination of both? I'm a combo. I'm a pantser. And I have a general idea outline of where of how I want the story to go, and then I'm open to change, because it tends to happen, especially in revisions, or sometimes just in the writing process, in the first draft process itself. I'll come up with a like crazy new idea. So yeah, I'm a little bit of both. Question 4. I put a spell on you. How do you deal with book ideas that want to pull your focus from your main work in progress? Sometimes I'll roll with it. It depends. If I think I can work it into my series somehow, then I'll jot it down in one of my notebooks that I have specifically for that. And then, you know, I'll try and get as many ideas down as I can. And then I can, you know, maybe kind of work in some foreshadowing in the current project I'm working on. If it's a fan fiction idea, which I get those a lot too, I'll roll with it. Otherwise, I'll try and ignore it. Question 5. Thackery Binx. Things aren't always what they seem. Think back to when you first started writing to where you are now. How has your process transformed from then to now? Well, for one, I have a lot more time to write. When I first started working on my series, I was in my shitty retail job and I would come home exhausted and in pain, and I'd have no energy to do anything, let alone sit and write, because I would just be too mentally and emotionally and physically exhausted. So I try and, get a few hundred words out on days off, or if I had like a short shift or something, but a lot of times I didn't write as much as I would have liked. And now that I have the job that I do, I'm home a lot during the week, and I can have my author work hours, and I can write and I can make videos and treat this more like a job. Question 6, my lucky rat tail. Do you have a writing ritual? If not, what are some of your favorite writing tools? I do, kind of. I guess I never really thought of it as a ritual, but I do have those certain things that I have to have with me. I have to have my cup of coffee. I have to have my water bottle, because I gotta have my caffeine, and I'm really trying to stay hydrated for health reasons. I always light a candle when I work. I currently have this really nice blueberry pie scented candle, and it's so nice. And then I have these, pear Riesling scented that I got from Bath & Body Works that are super pretty, and I can't wait to light those next. And I always have music going. I have my computer up so I can reference something, and I always have to work in here. This is my workspace. This is my writing space. This is my filming studio. This is where everything happens. And I do have certain tools that I have to have. I do use Scrivener, so I have to have that up on my computer. I have a notebook on hand for notes, and one of my bazillions of pens and highlighters. I have my planners on hand for my task list and social media and all that kind of stuff. Question 7. Book! Favorite writing craft book. Alright, here we go. I got a couple. I have a few. The Holy Grail that should be in every writer's library. On Writing by Stephen King, his autobiography, and it's just really good. I highly, 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 highly recommend the audiobook because he narrates it, and it's actually quite amusing as well as interesting. That's how I got through it. It's super good. I'm due for a reread because I love this book. It's the only Stephen King book I've ever read. Then I've got Deborah Haverson's writing new adult fiction, since that is my age category. This is super interesting. I have a lot of things highlighted in here. This is another one that's due for a reread, and I need to make some more notes on it. But super interesting, really helpful. Then there is Karen Weisner's Writing the Fiction series. Super helpful. I'm actually rereading this and currently marking it all up. Really good. Definitely worth the read. And then anything written by Rain Hall. I am slowly collecting her books. This is Writing About Magic, and I have a fantasy prompts book up on this side of the shelf. Or I did. I don't know where it went. Oh, it slid down. But really helpful. Quick read. They're relatively thin, so quick read. But super helpful. Rain Hall is an indie author that I follow on Twitter. She has some great writing tips. She also has super cute kitty cats. So that's always fun. So definitely check her books out. And check out her Twitter page. Question 8. Another glorious morning. Do you enjoy writing in the mornings, or do you prefer evening like Winifred? I really like working in the morning, or just working in the day in general. I'm not always able to get up at 4 in the morning. I'm still getting used to the whole breathing machine, because I think I have mentioned about my sleep apnea issue, and sometimes if I kick my mask off in the middle of the night, then I will oversleep, because I'm not getting the full restful sleep that I'm supposed to be getting. But yeah, like today I was supposed to get up at like 5, and I got up at 7:30. And I'm sure my husband tried to get me up, but I was dead to the world. But once I'm up and I do my little morning routine and I'm showered and dressed and everything, then I have the whole house to myself until like 5:30 when I have to get dinner ready. And I will make an exception if there's a movie on that Joe likes to watch that I don't, or if there is a Pittsburgh Steelers game on primetime in our region, which doesn't happen a lot, but he will give me advance warning when they're playing like on Monday or Thursday night football. And if I don't go somewhere, I will be in here with the door shut and some really good earbuds that help me tune out freaking everything. Like this coming Sunday, the Browns are playing the Steelers. It's a 1 o'clock game though, and I don't work on weekends, but I'm making an exception, and I'm getting some overtime in because I don't, yeah. We watched the season opener together, and it was very stressful because the game ended in a freaking tie. I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to watch it. It's too stressful. Moving on. Number 9, the Black Flame Candle. What's one of the biggest mistakes you've made so far in your writing journey? What's the biggest lesson you've learned? I don't remember if I've actually talked about this or if I've just kind of tried to pretend it didn't happen. But 2 years ago, I published my book. And I did a couple of the no-nos. I did not have a professional editor. I did all self-edits and one round with a critique partner. Big strike. I'm not supposed to do that. And I had a DIY cover. And I mean, it wasn't bad. There's definitely worse covers out there. But it could be better. So I had a couple writing friends and a couple non-writing friends who are big on books. One of them being my best friend's 12-year-old. Come up to me and be like, hey, your book still needs some work. Maybe you shouldn't have jumped the gun and published it. And looking back, they were right. I was dumb. So I pulled it and I've been working on tweaking it and expanding it ever since. And then I'm going to do it right this time. I'm going to get an editor. I'm going to get a cover artist. I'm thinking about going through 8 Little Pages. They did Jenna Marassi's book, and their covers are gorgeous. They are wonderful work. A little expensive, but worth it. So I'm going to do everything right this time. Number 10, Billy Butcherson. What's a trope people hate that you'd love to see come back from the dead? This might seem like kind of cop out, but I'm going to use Kim's answer and say love triangles. When done right, love triangles can work. Now, I don't think they should be in every book, and I know that was a trend for a while. You had Hunger Games and Twilight and Throne of Glass and Lord knows what else. They could work. I can't say much more than that because I may or may not have written one at some point in the series, but I can't say much more than that. Question 11. Come Little Children. Songs that give you a hypnotic focus when writing. Your favorite songs on a writing playlist. I don't have a particular favorite song. Because I listen to instrumental music, they all kind of blend together in when I'm listening, and I just kind of have it playing in the background. But I do have a playlist that I love, and I will link it in the card here, as well as in the description. And it's just all of this beautiful, like, fantasy themed music that I have found all over YouTube. A lot of the same artists, but it's for a reason. They're really good. And so I just open up a tab and I pull up that playlist and I hit play, and then I'm able to do whatever I have to do. So yeah, I will link that up here and down here, and yeah. Okay, so that is it for the Hocus Pocus writing tag. I have 4 people that I would like to tag. And there's still a week before Halloween, so you have time to do it. Please do it. I would like to tag Megan Tennant, MK Painter, Erin Kinsella, and Bree from May Contain Bree. I will link all of the channels of these lovely ladies down below. My Patreon Skillshare class about writing a series Bible, and all of my social media are down in the description below. So please check those out. And I will have my weekly writing update on Wednesday. I'm doing something a little bit different this time around. I'm going to try something new. And then next Monday is finally getting up the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban reread review. So I'm almost done with writing that script, and I'm going to film it on Thursday. And then in November, it's NaNoWriMo, and I have something insanely ambitious planned. So yeah, you'll probably learn more about that on Wednesday. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.